Hi Rishabh, hi Rutuja. Okay, we are also live on YouTube. Hi Ria, Sushant, Uttam. Great to have all of you. Uttam is joining from Bangladesh. That's awesome. That's great, Uttam. Nice. Thank you for joining us. I hope what we will be teaching obviously is I know only about the Indian legal market, not so much about other market. Today I'm very excited about what we are going to do, especially because we are actually going to share some case studies of lawyers who have been struggling with low paying jobs and then got well paid jobs, right? Actual case studies of 𝗨𝗍 students who have done it. So you can actually learn from what they have done and you can replicate it yourself. Hi Suhasini. Great. Awesome. Let's get started. Uh, First, of course, we are going to, I expect people who are struggling with low paid jobs to be attending this session. So if you are not earning enough and you are worried about this, then definitely this is a session which is for you. It can be the case that many of you are trying to get into better paid jobs, or you just want to earn better. It doesn't have to be a job, right? Even if it is a well paid career, basically, you are looking for. So, a quick introduction. If you don't know about me, I am Ramanuj Mukherjee, CEO of 𝗨𝗍, and I am going to, I do these sessions every day, almost 9 to 10 p.m. Usually 9 to much more than 10 p.m. Officially, it is 9 to 10 p.m., but very often this thing runs for much longer. So we spend more time together. Who am I? I graduated from NUJS back in 2011. I worked briefly with a big law firm, Trilegal in Bombay, and then started 𝗍𝗵𝗆 full time. I had started it only when I was a fourth year law student, but then I wanted to see the world of law firms, and after spending a year, I went back to starting my own company. And since then, almost 10 years, I've been working full time as an entrepreneur. And I have launched a lot of courses. 𝗍𝗵𝗆's blog today is one of the most read legal blogs, and we have more than 70,000 people reading it per day, and close to 20 lakh, 18, 20 lakh unique visitors reading it every month. And of course, we are also 𝗨𝗍. I also founded 𝗨𝗍, which is one of the best known brands in legal education. In between, I had also run a company called Click Lawyer, where we were doing online, it's not online legal. I'll say it's like it was a new age legal services company that I had run for a year. We scaled to a revenue of 8 lakh per month within 7 months. So we were scaling really fast. And then I shut it down because I couldn't manage so many different companies. And I also started Super Lawyer. I don't know if you have come across Super Lawyer. So I have been doing a lot of things. I've been quite busy for the last 10 years. But, it has been my passion to work with lawyers and law students to make them successful in their career. And this is part of my job in 𝗨𝗍 as well. And so this is what gives me whatever I know about this subject, having worked with hundreds of my own clients, students who wanted to get jobs in good law firms, good companies, who were struggling in their career, and they got breakthrough. So I'm going to tell you a couple of real life stories also today in today's session. So that will be towards the end. But first, I want to explain to you, what is this whole thing about underpayment of lawyers? Why are there so many lawyers working at really low wages, really low stipend salary after graduation? Why are they facing this situation? What happens over time if they continue in that path? And how to get out of it, of course, right? How to get out of it, how to break that chain successfully. It's very important to know. So how many of you are practicing lawyers actually? How many of you are practicing lawyers? If you are a practicing lawyer, write lawyer. If you are a student, write student. I mean, even students can attend this session. Of course, you might benefit from it because you might be struggling with those situations where you can see that most of your seniors have ended up from your college. They are ending up with jobs that do not pay much, and you want to avoid that situation for yourself. That may be the case. Because Singh, who is watching this on YouTube, is saying, "We are made fool in name of learning. No senior lawyer learned from his mother's home. Boycott working without being paid." Sure, it's a little harder than that, unfortunately, because even if you boycott, somebody else will do it. Okay, so let's start by understanding what is happening, right? How can such a thing happen? So how many of your students, lot of students, how many of your lawyers? Nobody's saying, I guess. Don't be, don't be shy. You can say you are a lawyer. You can just say there are so many people, 27 people on Zoom, 12 people watching this right now on YouTube, I think. You can say you are a lawyer, law student, what do you do? Nothing to be, worried about saying, right? So great. And I want you to interact and participate in today's session so that we can get the best value out of it, right? We'll be co-creating this session. You are also going to give your knowledge, thought process, questions. Use the chat, keep posting here. People who are watching this on YouTube, I request you keep posting your thoughts and questions on YouTube as well, so that we can keep this interactive and we can add a lot of value. Okay. So a lot of lawyers are here today. So what is the minimum wage in India? In different states, there are different minimum wages. In Delhi, I think it's around something like 15,000 or 18,000 for the whole month. Basically, per day, the minimum wage is 300 rupees or 400 rupees. Different states have different places, right? Anurag Mishra is saying, what is less salary? Is 25,000 less? Please enlighten. I think 25,000 is like a minimum salary that someone should be paid if you have any graduation at all, not only law graduation. I mean, ideally, it should at least be 25,000. But we have to understand that what we get paid is a function of the market, is a function of demand and supply. If demand is, there are things which are in demand and the price is determined by demand and supply. We cannot create artificial prices by just fixing a price and saying, oh yeah, this is what it should be the price, right? Every law graduate must be paid 25,000 at least when they graduate. This cannot be done. If you do this, it's like that minimum support price that farmers are asking for, right? But I mean, I know I don't want to say anything bad about the farmers, but this has not worked. In socialist, this is socialism, saying that the government will fix the price. It never works, right? It as a system, it does not work. So things have to be determined by the market, right? The market will have demand and supply, and demand and supply will decide what should be the price. Now, still some minimum wage, which is a very low number, which is must required for a dignified living in a society, that number is fixed as a minimum wage, as a social security of people, right? In AP it is free, right? So a lot of people are, and minimum wage does not apply to lawyers. I don't know. I mean, I think it should apply, but it does not apply. And what is survival money? And survival money may be different. So if you're living in a small city, let's say you're living in Kanpur, or you're living in Malda in West Bengal, or you're living in a village somewhere, your survival money can be significantly less than somebody who's living in Bombay, in Ghatkopar, or somebody who's living in Delhi, in South Delhi, or even North Delhi. Okay, the costs are much higher in a bigger city. So it changes also from place to place. But survival money, I think that this is a tragedy that a whole lot of lawyers are graduating and they are not even able to earn a survival money. Some of them are, I have students, clients who are driving Uber and at the same time studying law, finished law, trying to get a job, not able to get a job, part-time working in the courts and driving Uber at night. Okay. And, maybe delivering food for Zomato. And this is happening. I have no disrespect for them. I have great respect for such people who are ready to go and do anything that it takes to earn money so that they can be better, they can be more successful. Because the person who's driving Uber still has a dream of becoming a successful lawyer someday. But at this, where they from NLUs? No, they are not from NLUs. But it is nothing that somebody from any NLU will be guaranteed success. You have to realize that all the NLUs are not the same. There are some top 5-6 NLUs from which people definitely get placed, but there are plenty of NLUs today where people do not get any placement. Okay, lot of them do not have any placement at all. No placement. I'm not talking about, okay, they have 50% placement and 50% don't. Yesterday somebody said GLC Bombay, at least 50% people got placed. But there are plenty of famous private colleges, top NL, not top NLUs, but like, after top 6, top 7 NLUs, they're not able to place anybody. There are some NLUs where nobody gets placed. Maybe 1 or 2 or 5, 6, 10 people getting placed on their own effort, but nothing because of the university. So the question is, what is survival money as per you? What do you think? Like, wherever you are, whichever place you are in, there is somebody, Uttam, who's from Bangladesh here right now. What is the survival money for you? Just write it in the chat. What is survival money for you? Is it 15,000? Is it 20,000? It is 25,000, 30,000, 50,000? Whatever it is in your mind that the survival money is for you, write that. This is what I need to survive. At least write the number. And you will see, you'll notice that people are not getting this much money. Okay, somebody saying 40K, somebody saying 20K, 25, okay, 15 to 25, right? 30,000, 50,000 in Delhi, somebody saying, okay. Saurav is saying 30, 35. 𝗵𝗻 is saying 35. So different people have different numbers. And even this survival money, people are not able to earn. Okay, much less. In fact, getting 25,000 is like a huge, difficult task for most people. Lawyers are expecting you to do work with them for, in some cities for 6,000, 8,000, 9,000, 10,000, 12,000. Okay, right? How many of you know either yourself or other people working below 10,000 rupees with a lawyer then they're getting paid below 10,000 rupees? Do you know? If you know somebody, yourself or somebody else, just write yes in the chat that you know somebody who's getting paid below 10,000 rupees. I know many advocates who are getting paid just 8,000, right? Yes, many people are saying, right? Earning less than 10,000, imagine, right? It is it is not even half of, like, maybe definitely nowhere in India 10,000 is, not even minimum wages. So less they are earning. Why are they earning? Why are they earning so less? Why are they forced to accept jobs or vocations that are so badly paid, right? To be honest, even if you do unskilled work, right? Even if somebody becomes a car driver or does all sorts of unskilled work, right? Even those people are earning more money. They earn more. So what is the question? What is the reason that they are putting up with such low wage and accepting such jobs? Do you know? Do you know the reason? You probably have heard of the reason. Imagine nobody accepts. If I try to hire a cook in my house or anybody, a cleaner, they will also not work for 10,000, 8,000 rupees, right? They will also expect 15, 20,000 rupees payment. Okay. So the question is that why are so many young lawyers who are graduate, they are accepting this kind of low wages, right? Not in some places they are paying less than 22,000. I know so many people who are told that you work for free for 6 months, then we will pay you something. If you are learning for free from us, why should we pay? Oh damn, I have told you the reason. What is the reason that they are putting up with this low wage? Somebody tell me quickly in the chat. I'm waiting for you. Why are people accepting? Tell me the truth, guys. You know the truth. They don't want to leave litigation. Why will they? What is the point? Why are they accepting such low payment? Why are they working for 8,000, 5,000 stipend, 10,000, 12,000? Why are they working after getting an education for 1 year, sorry, 5 year, 3 year, whatever, law course, so that they can learn? 𝗂𝗵𝗰𝗁𝗲 is saying, right? They are being told that this is how you learn, this is how it works, this is how it has worked for the last 100 years, 200 years, that you don't know anything else, right? You join a senior, you don't know anything right now, and the senior will teach you, okay? And obviously, because the senior is teaching you, the senior is going to pay you very less money, and if you learn well everything, then they'll pay you more. Okay, then you're going to go start working yourself and earn a lot of money. And there is all this, that all these stories, the other day I was reading on LinkedIn, some lady lawyer has written, famous lady lawyer from Delhi, she has written that in the first decade, you don't make any money, you are very poor when you are a lawyer. First 1 decade, you don't make any money. Second decade, you start earning some money. Third decade, you become comfortable. And fourth decade, you have luxury. This is why people practice law. And I don't believe in this. This is not my experience, right? When I first got a job out of NUJS, my first salary was what? I think around more than 1 lakh, right? And the whole year's compensation package was around 14 lakh or something, including bonus, right? So their law firms are paying the fresh graduate. Even I didn't know much, but they were able to pay so much. And even when I was in college, I was earning 70,000-80,000 rupees per month by doing freelance work myself. So I would never accept this, that you have to learn things from your senior and senior will pay this much. Okay, the promise of a future benefit, because of which people make a sacrifice in the present, and we have to really ask, how real is this promise? Okay, are the seniors really teaching after paying such paltry amounts? How much are you learning? Okay, or is it just a carrot held in front of you, right? How many of you, anybody has any experience on this? That do the seniors teach? How many hours they spend every day teaching you how to do the work? Or you're expected just to learn everything by observation, trial and error and observation, right? 𝗂𝗵𝗰𝗁𝗲 is saying, don't teach just a carrot. Okay. Okay, and these kind of myths are being perpetuated by these, lawyers, because they want, I don't know why they do it. Many people do it, and this myth is there that you join, then you learn. Someday you'll be able to work. It'll take you 5 years to learn work, then you learn. Oh no, it'll take you 10 years, then you learn. But there are many lawyers you can see that who have never learned anything. After 5 years, 10 years, of course, it is their fault, not the senior's fault, right? And they are still struggling to earn any kind of decent amount of money. Many people leave the legal profession after a few years. Okay, many times they shout, they don't teach us. Okay, I have heard such bad stories about lawyers who have asked their juniors to do all kind of menial tasks. For many lawyers, the junior is there only to go and take dates, because they cannot be present in many courts at once. They have juniors who will run around different courts and take a passover, take a date, and therefore that is number one reason. Number two reason they have you in the chamber is you are increasing the crowd in the chamber. There are so many lawyers, so if any clients come, they will say that, oh, this lawyer has so many juniors, right? If they are not having to pay much, then why shouldn't they hire more people, and in such a low salary especially? But why is this happening, and why are some lawyers having to submit themselves to this situation? Is the legal job market so small that there are not enough jobs? Is the legal market so small that there are not enough clients? Okay, what is the problem, right? What is the issue here? Have you thought about it? That is it Why are people putting up with this? The situation is this, that in fact, if you go talk to clients, how many of you know, I had done this when I was running ClickLawyer. I had done an experiment. I had a simple idea that when I was starting ClickLawyer, that many people have unpaid, unrecovered dues, right? Unrecovered due. You have loaned some money, the guy hasn't paid you back. Okay. Maybe you are supposed to receive PF, you haven't got it. Maybe you have some salary that was not paid to you, or some client did not pay. And I thought there must be many people with such kind of issues. Okay, this is back in 2015-16. I don't remember the exact year. I'm very bad with time. So I went and started asking everyone. Okay, so everyone I met, I asked, Acha, did you ever have any recovery problem? Like, somebody owes you, some client owes you money, 30,000, 40,000, 1 lakh, 2 lakh. And almost everybody started saying, yes, there is one case. Oh, I don't remember. Oh, there is somebody who did not pay me 1 lakh rupees. Oh, yeah, there is that thing I did not get. Everybody started saying. And I started asking people, so why didn't you go to a lawyer? Why didn't you try recovering the money? He said, lawyer. I mean, for recovering 30,000, I'll end up paying more than that to the lawyer. And who wants all this jamela? I don't want. Correct? So, clearly, what is legal market? Mark Lane is asking. Good question. Legal market is, I am talking about a market for legal services. Okay. How big is the demand for legal services? How big is the supply for legal services? And when I started studying this, I realized that there is a massive demand which is unaddressed, because people are not willing to work on the terms on which lawyers work for them. Right? So if somebody has only 30,000 rupees to recover, they are not going to spend 20,000 to get it back. Oh, there is a genius here. Somebody saying, is law profession merely a business? Sir, you must be amazing and must be having the privilege of practicing law without getting any money. But here, many people are here, they can tell you that how they're being, exploited and not being able to earn minimum wages in this country. Okay, so if you want to, please teach us how to be, run the legal profession without earning money and being very generous. And you may have, it's your view on that, but it is not my view that legal profession. This is exactly the bullshit, guys, by the way, in front of us, which has been carrying on in this profession, which has sustained this practice of paying the junior 5,000, 8,000, 10,000. It's not a practice, it's noble practice, right? It's great, it's fantastic. Okay, please carry on. So please carry on. You must be a senior counsel who have successfully led this profession into this situation today, that 60,000 graduates graduate and they are earning less than Uber drivers. They are earning less than peons, earning less than cooks and drivers, right? It's not a profession. You have done a brilliant job, sir. Thank you. So is the legal market so small that there are not enough clients? There is demand. There is a massive demand for people want a lawyer who will help them. People want a lawyer who can give a solution to their problems. But such situation has happened because of these amazing, senior counsels. I don't know who these people, this noble law is a noble profession kind of people, that these people have started looking at lawyers as vultures. People say lawyer, liar. These jokes are everywhere, right? See, it's a very basic thing. If somebody does a hard work, people don't make fun of Uber drivers. People don't make fun of, cooks in the way they make fun of lawyers. Okay, you know why? It is a simple reason. Because lawyers, when they are pushed to the corner, they are exploited by their seniors. They are not given any opportunity. They end up resorting to bad practices to somehow make their ends meet, right? If you go to a college for 5 years to learn the law, and after that you are graduating without any employable skills, not enough skills to even serve a client directly. 5 years you have studied, right? Somebody is a doctor who graduates out of a medical school. You will be going to the doctor and say that, yes, you can help me, and the doctor will be able to help you. But if you go to a lawyer after 5 years of, legal education or whatever, 3 plus 3, 6 years of other education plus legal education, they will not be able to help you. I mean, you know how you guys know your friends and yourself and others. Look at our situation that after graduation, you're not able to help a client. Then we have to spend another 5-10 years. It is not because law is rocket science and we could not understand this in college. No. Somebody taught us these things in college, we would have known. Somebody taught you properly how to draft a contract in college, how to draft different criminal applications, how to do filing in courts, how to handle the court clerk, how to handle all these things. Nothing is taught. Okay, so at that level you are graduating, and then you're hoping maybe 1 or 2 more years I'll learn something from a senior, and people are giving up and submitting themselves to this kind of low wages. Okay, then they are getting into this same rut where most of the legal services market is untapped, where people are not getting a solution. People are unhappy with legal services. They have many legal problems, but they are not getting a solution. Just to give you an idea how big the problem is, there's 64,000 crores rupees, 64,000 crore rupees lying in the accounts of PF department with the government, unclaimed amount. You know why? Because people don't know how to claim that PF amount. People who could have claimed it, maybe somebody died and their next generation do not know how to claim, what to do. Many people do not know how to claim, and this money is lying in the government, with the government. Nobody is claiming it. And don't you think thousands of lawyers could be employed helping people just claim their PF money? But is it too small a work to do? If you are able to recover money, then you will be able to get paid also out of it. Very simple thing, right? Some people are not able to get money. If they get the money, they'll pay you out of it. What is the big problem? But this is not happening because lawyers are not even looking outside their immediate focus areas, right? So is the legal market so small that there are not enough clients? No, there are enough clients, but you have been conditioned to think and feel and behave like the senior counsels. So you're like, okay, I have to build my life as a senior counsel. Someday I'll be, arguing in this court and all of this, right? And this is very, very unfortunate that this is how, if instead of doing this noble profession bullshit, if lawyers were encouraged to understand that, okay, this is a function of market. Let us see where is the demand, where do people need services, and let us actually go and provide that service in an efficient manner, in an honest manner. Then today legal profession would not be considered, jolly LLB movies would not be made. Let's just say that, right? And then there are these people who will come and give us gyan on, is legal profession just a business? Thank you, sir. Thank you. Well done. You have really helped the legal profession so far. So what are the people who are underpaid doing? Okay. If you think about what the people actually are doing, underpaid doing, they're I would say it is a completely untapped resource, all of them, right? They are doing some work, maybe they are trying to learn some work, they are running around in courts, they are increasing the how do I say, they're like furniture in their boss's chamber, right? In a way, I'm sorry, I don't want to insult anyone, but unfortunately, this is the purpose many of them are serving. And they're hoping that in return, somehow they will learn the work somehow. Okay. There is no systematic structured way for them to learn. Okay. So if they learn by chance, if they are smart, somehow they are very smart by observation, by trial and error, by pure sheer hard work, and that some people, a few percentage people are able to learn. Okay. And then obviously it is up to them to go and build their own practice and figure everything out on their own. Nobody is there to teach them anything, how to build a business. Imagine if I am building a business, there are so many organizations, academies, everything are there to teach an entrepreneur how to do marketing, how to do business development, how to identify new markets, how to build better services, how to do innovation, how to implement technology. There is so much. For a lawyer, there is absolutely nothing. It shocks me. Okay, it shocks me that there is nothing that, it's like it's a real business. It's a huge industry. You look at large law firms, they are doing hundreds of crores of business. They have large business development teams. They have, and the smaller lawyers are not even allowed to have a website. You look at any big law firm, they have such extensive websites. But when smaller law firms, smaller lawyers have to make a website, they are told, no, your law website must be this template and all of that. Okay, they don't even have nothing. And every time I do these sessions telling people how to make a website, how to make a blog, how to make YouTube channel, how to do business development, 2-3 people come up and say that, oh my God, are you sure we can do this? Go and tell the big law firms. I don't want to take names, but you know who they are. Go check what they are doing. Has the Bar Council stopped them? Have you been able to stop them? If you're so conscientious, instead of targeting the smaller law firm, smaller lawyers who are trying to innovate and serve their clients honestly, why don't you go talk to the largest law firms who are doing it, right? How come you have never even written a LinkedIn post or Twitter post about how these big law firms are doing it, right? Okay. So, why are they not trying a different path? It would be surprising. Like, there is this huge magnitude of law graduates year after year. They are coming and they are going into that same process of exploitation, I would say. What is happening? How can this go on and on for so many years? Why are they not trying a different path? Have you asked? Have you ever wondered? Right? So what is the risk? Do they have anything to lose? I mean, why are they even not trying something else? Are they afraid that they are going to take a risk? I mean, right now they are already down at the bottom. Like, I can't imagine how it can be any worse than what it is currently. So why are they not, trying out something more? There are so many different things they can possibly try. Why are they not doing that? Suhasini Kamble is saying, running in court makes most of them so much happier that they do not want to find any new ideas. If you guide them, then also they are not ready to listen. Yeah, maybe that is actually a good observation, that all of them are emulating the senior counsels who have become senior counsels, and like, I'll one day be like them, right? Numerically, how many of them will become, we don't know, but somehow they are. I mean, it's fine. For some people it really works, and I'm going to tell you for whom this works. The current system is custom built for a certain kind of law graduate. Who are they? Can anybody guess? Like, this is perfect, and this is a system that was built many years back, and it was perfect back then. It really worked. So the current system did not fall from the sky. Okay, this system was built, custom built in a certain situation to deal with a certain kind of situation. And you can see this works brilliantly for the most privileged kids. Okay, people who come from a family of lawyers, for them this works really well, right? Because it's great, nobody else can learn the work, but you have access to your family. Your parents will teach you, somebody will, your uncle will teach you, you have a family in law practice. Great for you, right? And you have a huge advantage which others do not have. Correct? And if you remember, if you actually study how things were earlier, law was a family based, and a generation, like, that was a generational practice, right? Practice was inherited by next generation. And this is how it was for hundreds of years. Law was this kind of a practice. It was not meant, it was not, even built for that new generation of people who will come and do this. And this worked perfectly fine. And even if you did not have somebody in your own family, you had some father's friend or somebody who would connect you, who would do this for you. And, that's how, I mean, it all happened in a circle of friends, a circle of relatives, a circle of professional allies. It was not built keeping in mind there would be a day when there, and it was much fewer lawyers. How many law seats were there in India before 1990? Can you guess it? I don't think it was more than like 10,000 also. Not even 10,000, maybe 5,000 seats were there. There were like 30, 40 colleges in all of India, law colleges. No, and maybe they were passing, maybe 2,000, 5,000 lawyers were graduating out of these law colleges. Okay. And then the globalization happened, the national law schools happened. Okay. When I was writing NUJS exam, in 2006, okay, how many NLUs were there? Only 5, 6, right? And there were hardly 300, 400 seats, not more than that, in all of the NLUs put together. Today, there are 3,000 just in NLUs. And there are like, the Bar Council have allowed mushrooming of law schools. So today, there are more than 1,500 law schools. Even when I was joining, there are only some 600, 700. Today, there are 1,500, doubled. Okay, there are more than 1.5 lakh seats that have been approved by the Bar Council of India. Now imagine 5,000, 10,000 to 1.5 lakhs, 1 lakh. So when there are only 5,000 people graduating out of law school, there was no problem. There was no issues at all. Because the entire, the law, there were enough lawyers to absorb them, train them, teach them, guide them. But then there has been a boom of law seats, and people heard these stories that if you graduate out of NLU, if you study law, you earn a lot of money. So everybody blindly have jumped into the law thing, and suddenly there is an influx of law graduates. And this whole system that was custom built by all these noble profession kind of people has gone for a toss, right? I mean, it doesn't work. It used to work for 10,000. Maybe it worked even when there were 20,000 or 30,000 people. But it certainly doesn't work at 60,000 or 1 lakh or 1.5 lakh. Okay. Why it used to work? Because simply the number was so small, right? But today the number is very huge. 1,300 is just there for general category seats, Pranav is saying. But Pranav, these general category seats are not the only seats. The total seat is more than 3,000. Yeah. So this used to work in the past because simply there was so small number of people, and people who were studying law were connected somehow to the legal profession. They had family, friends, relatives in the profession who could pull them in and help them. But what has changed now? Biggest change is sheer number of people studying the law. That doesn't match. You cannot follow those old systems anymore. Is the hope that if you follow the grind and make less money for the initial years, you will make good money later based on reality? Because this myth was created in the 1980s, 1970s, 1960s. Are you sure that this myth even works today? Who's saying that this works? If somebody is telling you, and old lawyers are telling you, they are telling you this based on their experience in the 80s, maybe even in the 90s. But does this apply today? Is it the same situation? When I was graduating out of law school, if you asked me that should I join an NLU, maybe the very new NLU, low-ranked NLU, I would say with closed eyes, join NLU, no problem. It is an NLU, very good, just join. Because there was very few NLUs at that time. But now that there are so many, even some states have 2, 3 NLUs, not even one. Every state has an NLU, except for Goa maybe. I don't know why they don't have an NLU in Goa. Would have been very popular. But in the rest of the states, they don't even have one. Some of them have 2, 3 NLUs. So is it reality that this whole dream that if you just do this grind for 5 years, 10 years, somehow you'll make money later on? Okay. What do you do now if you realize that you are caught in a cycle of underpaid jobs? Okay. So what is happening is that people are getting caught in a cycle of underpaid job. Your first job is underpaid, hoping that you will get a better job later on. Then somebody says, oh, you only used to earn 10,000. I am giving you 12,000. So it is a 20% hike. Please, don't expect me to pay you more. And you have to accept it, because, I mean, if this is all you are getting, you accept it, because unless somebody is offering you a bigger amount, what choice do you have? So how do people break out from this? Criticizing the system is great, but if we are not providing any alternative options, if you don't have any options, then what is the use of criticizing anybody? Okay. So if you are trying to improve your earnings, okay, there are multiple reasons there can be why you have low earnings. Okay. One of it can be that, are you working for an organization or a practice that is growing or viable? If you attended my session yesterday, we talked about skills yesterday a lot. I don't want to talk too much about skills today. One question is to ask that, do I have the skills? I am applying for a job. Do I even have the skills to do this job? Or maybe I'm not getting paid because in the first place, I don't have any skills. Look, you have enough skill. You have definitely more skills than a Uber driver, hopefully. You have more legal skills than, so many completely low skilled and unskilled professionals are earning that much money. A carpenter is earning 50,000 rupees a month in Delhi. So certainly as a lawyer, you are in a more high skilled business. So you should be able to earn more. This is common sense. But do you have the skills that you are claiming to be having? So that is one question. If you don't have it, you have to acquire skills. But I'm not going into that today. Another question that you have to consider, are you working for an organization or a practice that is growing or viable? Okay. Many of you may be stuck in a job where that person giving you the job is not running a sustainable practice, or that practice is not going to grow. It's too small. It is going to stay the way it is. If you are in such a job, then you are stuck. Nothing is going to happen. First to do is abandon that job. Even if you are getting paid there, get out. Find something where it is a growing organization, where it is a viable economics is there behind that organization, right? This is very, very important, and many young people miss this out in desperation. Then I invite you to consider this, and I want you to answer this in the chat. Who is getting paid well in your organization and other organizations? Maybe you're a student like Pranav, then you are not in any organization. But if you're working in some organization, then I ask you, what is it that, who are the people who are getting paid well? Can you share even one or two examples in the chat with me? Partners in law firms are getting paid. Okay. But who else? Are there people at your similar age in the entry level? Partners have a lot of experience, right? So let's take people who are at your age and still earning well. Forget senior counsels. That took them 30 years to get there, right? But at your age, within 2-3 years of graduation or right after graduation, do you know anybody who's earning well? This is very important to think. I know a lot of people who started their practice right out of college, never worked with any senior, right out of college, and doing fantastically well. Okay. There are people who have worked with a senior for 2 years, 3 years, then started their own practice, doing really well. People working in tier 1 firms, getting good salary. Who are the others? Because we need to follow those people. There is a lot we can learn from them, right? Who are the people who are getting a job in an MNC, getting paid at least 50, 60,000 out of college, right? What can they do that you don't? Okay. My assistant has done his own smartness and changed my content. It is actually, what can they do that you don't? That is one question. And then what can they do? What do they do that you don't? I need to take a screenshot of this because, okay. So do you understand? What can they do that you cannot? And then what do they do that you don't? Are you able to follow my question? Do you understand what I'm saying? I understand this may be a little difficult to understand. In-house counsels earn a better package. So there is a question of ability and there's a question of skills. Okay. But this is something I am telling you, if you want to break free from the cycle of underpaid jobs, low paid jobs, you really need to start working on this aspect. What is the aspect? That you start looking for people who are at the same age or maybe 5 years older than you and earning very well and doing jobs that they're satisfied in, and then they're earning good amount of money. What is it that they do that you don't? This is a question of skills. What can they do that you cannot? This is a question of skills. Ability, right? Ability, there is willingness. Those are two different things. What are the different possible ways of you to generate more value? And I'm going to give you some things that, you have to understand that if you do, see, we live in a capitalistic society, and the only way to earn more money and get more value overall is that you have, this is fundamental. This cannot be changed. This is like laws of physics, laws of chemistry. Like if you jump out of a second floor window, you're going to fall on the ground. You're not going to fly up in the sky. Just like that. You want more value, you want more money, you want to earn more, you have to generate more value for people, right? So if you want to earn more, what we need to start thinking is that how can I generate more value for people? If I am working in an organization, how can I generate more value for that organization? If I am working for a lawyer, how can I generate more value for that lawyer? Something which is indispensable, that will make me indispensable, right? Number one, getting work done. This is very basic. Getting work done. The work, if given to you, gets done. No question, no interruption, no problem, right? Is there anything like that with you, that if you are given the work, it will get done, no questions, right? Foreign universities have started collaborating with 𝗨𝗪𝘂 now because they have realized that if they work with us, it gets done. Things that they'll take years to build, courses that they'll take years to build, the kind of marketing, sales machinery they'll take years to build, we just get it done very fast and they love it. Okay, so foreign universities pay us to work with them to build those things. Why? Because we get the work done. Similarly, just think about it. Why will a lawyer want to work with you? Because you get it done. You are the executor. You are like a machine. The work comes to you, it gets done. And what, are you so good at anything? Are you so good at certain kind of work? Are you so good at contract drafting? It gets done very fast, very efficiently, flawlessly. If it is drafting some code application, it gets done flawlessly. That is value addition. People will love it. Another way to generate value is improving processes. Can you improve processes? There is a certain way things are happening. There's a certain way, I don't know, like, there's a way you collect information from clients. The client comes and tells their stories to you. You listen to the story for a long time. Then you make make a lot of long lists of what is the matter, and then you tell them, okay, you give me these documents. Then clients give you half the documents. Then say, okay, I'll give the rest of the documents later. You have to follow up. Long process. Okay. Can you improve this process somehow? Can you introduce an automated form? Can you introduce a Google form from which you will get a standard form to each and every client, collecting documents, collecting information in a structured way? Improvement of process. Can you improve the recovery process? Client has been billed, but the client is not paying. How do we follow up with the client? Gently. Then if needed, a little more urgently. But I am able to improve my recovery rate from 30% to 40% within the first 15 days after the bill went out. Or I am able to improve the bill sending, I mean, some process is getting improved, which is beneficial for that organization. Can you do that? Improvement of processes will generate more value for the organization and you will be making more money. Creating new markets. Okay, a practice is doing certain kind of matters. Can you generate more matters in a different area? Is it possible? Can you do it? Can you help them to get into a new market? That would be amazing. Somebody who's creating new markets is always paid really well, highly in demand. Bringing more business. Can you do something that you can bring in more business? Can you learn how to bring more business? Surely it cannot be some magic. There are a lot of people who learn how to bring business. There are professional business development professionals. There are lawyers who are good at business development, lawyers who are bad at it. So what are they doing? What are the best practices? What are the international law firms doing? Can you implement those practices here? What are the big law firms in India doing? Can you implement some of that here? Okay. What are the other smaller law firms who are doing amazing work in this? Can you implement some of that here? This is one way of breaking free from the cycle of underpaid work. Taking away headache of other people. Can you take away some headache of your boss? Okay. Something that really gives him bad headache very often. And you figure out how to take away that headache and you take care of it yourself. That is massive value addition. Bringing on board skills that others do not have. There is a law firm where nobody knows how to do YouTube videos or run a webinar efficiently or promote the law firm on LinkedIn, YouTube, bring in clients from YouTube, bring in clients from LinkedIn. You're doing something because of which there are inbound queries from LinkedIn, inbound queries from Twitter. Can you do that? There are lawyers who are doing that. Maybe you have that skill and nobody else in that law firm has such a skill. That will be fantastic. Innovation and cross-discipline implementations. I'll give you an example of cross-discipline implementation and innovation I have seen, which has really, really impressed me. Okay. So there was somebody who introduced project management principles into legal work. Okay. And by the way, this is being done by the topmost law firms. Even 𝗂𝗵𝗁𝗂𝗃, a law firm, has implemented Kanban board, agile in the way they manage a legal project. Okay. But of course, in India, lawyers are not doing it. It is too far away. They're still managing it the way they used to manage 100 years back. Maybe they have a computer now. But imagine that you learn how software developers are managing their very complicated development projects, take that principle and learn how to apply it in a legal project or a legal matter and make it highly efficient, highly manageable, highly predictable, reduce friction, reduce chances of things going wrong. It is such a powerful thing. It's innovation and it is cross-discipline. You take from one, learn from one discipline, apply it in another thing, and this will make you very special. How to create track record of producing results. Now, whatever you do, it may be getting the legal work done. It may be this kind of practice-related innovations, whatever. If you say, I can do this, I can do that, nobody's going to believe you. People are going to ask you, oh, have you done it before for somebody? Where is your result? Right? Recently, I was talking to one university and they only approached us saying that, and I suggested one new product to them that you should do it this way. They said, oh, great. Have you done it with any other university? I'm like, no, you will be the first. If we do it with you, you'll be the first. We haven't done this before. Like, okay, you haven't done this before. So I have to build a track record. Even having a company of 100 people, having done great work in something else, they are approaching us themselves as clients, but they ask, do you have any track record? You are claiming that you can do this, but have you done it before? That is track record. People will ask, and that's why build track record, right? Build your own track record. Do some work for free, whatever it takes, but build a track record. Work for less money, doesn't matter, but build super track record to prove that you can do something. Get testimonials, get case studies, get proof of concept that is worth in gold to show people, then they'll give you work, right? Case studies and testimonials are more valuable than gold to you for whatever you do, right? If you have been able to recover money for some clients, you should have testimonials and case studies. Ask them to write testimonials on your LinkedIn, right? Recommendations on your LinkedIn. Prepare some case studies. How did you do step by step? Sure, you cannot go and distribute it like pamphlet to everyone. But if a client wants to know how you can help them, you can give it to them, right? If a potential client is asking you, okay, so how will you help us? You can actually give this, a case study, because that is not solicitation. That is very much allowed. So while, you have to understand that in a crowded market where clients have low trust, branding and quality signals is the most critical factor. Same when you are applying for jobs. The biggest problem you today face as an applicant is that if you are a fresher, for example, then other freshers are so bad. Most of the freshers are so terrible that the expectation of anybody hiring you is that you will not be able to add much value to their business. You will not be able to add much value to their company or to their law firm. Do you realize what I'm talking about? This is a serious problem, guys, because most of the law graduates are so low skilled or underskilled that the market perception is that these people are not going to be able to help us unless we train them for 1 year, 2 years, whatever. And then when we train them for 1 year, they might leave us. So it's not worth it. Only hire people with some experience. This makes things even worse. Okay. So in a crowded market, so when the market is crowded, a lot of people, a lot of law graduates, everyone trying to get the same jobs, and clients, basically the organization hiring you, have low trust in you. They are not expecting that you are even good. Even if you have the skills, they think that you might not be having skills, because most people don't have. They won't believe that you have skills. Even if you tell them I have these skills, they're like, you are saying you know how to draft contract. Bullshit, you don't know. They don't believe that you know how to draft a contract, even if you know it. But if you can show them that, look, I have worked on these 10 contracts I have drafted till date, and these were the contracts, and then they'll ask you a question and you're able to explain, then they'll say, oh, this guy actually knows how to draft a contract. That's amazing, because we didn't expect you to know. Then you're suddenly decommodified. Then suddenly you are like amazing, not like the other people, and they want to hire you. So branding and quality signals, I mean, these are the most critical factor in this crowded market where employers have no trust in freshers and young lawyers mostly. Why you want to be a proven entity and not another wannabe promising candidate? Everybody saying, sir, I will work very hard. If you just give me a chance, I'll work very hard. This is the problem. If everyone is saying they're going to work very hard and that is the only USP, it's a big problem, right? You don't want to say that. You don't want to come across as a promising candidate, right? But you want to come across as a proven entity. Proven entity is what? You have already done this work. You have already successfully done this. Okay, you can say nobody can be a proven entity when they're born. But sure, you can become a proven entity in the next 1 month, 2 months, 3 months. If it has to be work for free, doesn't matter. But work for free for a certain period of time. Give yourself 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, not more than that. You are not going to work for 8,000 rupees stipend for 3 years. That is bullshit. Okay, I am ready to work for free for 3 months if it need be, but then I am not beholden to anyone. I am trying to create my track record so that I can become a proven entity, that I can, okay, I can't do some big thing, no problem, but I can draft these contracts. Okay, I can draft this court application, whatever. Okay, and one of the best way to do this, guys, is to work with startups. Okay, so startups are quite desperate, and there are different kind of startups. Like one of my friend who gets upset when I talk about startups, he said startups. I work in a startup. I am a lawyer in a startup. I am getting 3 lakh per month. Sure, there are startups who can pay 3 lakh per month to their lawyer, but there are plenty of startups who do not have any lawyers. They are not able to even hire people in sales, marketing, forget lawyer. They will hire lawyers when they have enough money. Maybe when they grow sizable and have enough revenue, they'll hire a lawyer. But it's not like they don't have legal work. They might have compliance work. They'll have some contract drafting work. And if you are reasonably good, you can convince them to give you such work. Maybe they'll pay very less. Maybe they'll pay you nothing. That's okay. But get that experience by working with them, because that is worth gold to you. Get that testimonial from them that this person helped us to draft and negotiate a vendor contract. This person, helped us to recover 30,000 rupees, which we wouldn't have got otherwise. This shows your initiative. This shows your ability to do the work, and you become a proven entity. Ria is saying, at my office, my senior has made it clear that he will pay the minimum salary as long as I work with him. No hike, nothing. In fact, all my colleagues with much more experience than me get paid only the minimum salary. Exactly. And the minimum salary, I don't know how low it is. Right? So I'm asking you that give yourself 2 hours a day. These 2 hours, you work with a startup, maybe even for free, maybe even for very small amount. And by the way, the small amount at a startup will still be more than what your senior is paying you, and behaving like they are doing some favor to you. That startup will pay you gladly. If they pay you 5,000 for drafting 5 contracts in a month, they'll be super grateful to you. Knowing that a lawyer normally would charge them 5,000 for one contract, 10,000 for one contract, and they're paying you 5,000 for 5 contracts, that you are doing them a favor. Okay, they will feel, they'll happily do it, and they'll want to retain you, and they'll want to give you more work. In future, when you grow as a lawyer, they'll give you more work. They'll refer you more clients. Okay, so, and ask them that, look, I am doing this only because I am new in the profession, but you need to write me a testimonial. You need to refer me clients, or you need to help me in some way, and they will. Okay. And it really helps you when you go and talk to other clients who can actually pay. Okay. Why you need to convert your promises into a track record if you want to convert potentials into money. It's as simple as that. You have to convert your promise that I am a very promising lawyer, I am very hardworking, I learn fast, blah, blah, blah. Nobody cares. Prove it by building a track record, by working with people who are willing to work with you, because they don't have any choice, right? There are enough people in this market who cannot afford to hire a lawyer. People who there are industry associations who will work with you because they don't have the budget to hire a proper lawyer. So they'll be willing to work with you. There will be, if you work pro bono, there are poor people who will let you do something. Maybe some businesses have such dead debts that they know we are never going to get this money. Okay, fine. If you want to try your hand, go ahead. There are SMBs like that. And that is your starting point. Okay. You need to create a track record of success. Okay. You need to create a track record of success so that you can convince the people who actually have money. And by the way, all good businesses are looking out for new lawyers who have a track record, who are good, who have proven themselves. Nobody wants to work with somebody who has no track record, who is a risky thing. No, it's not about how less you charge really, because would you want to go to the brain surgeon who charges the least amount of money? Maybe not. That's not a USP here, because it is a serious matter for these clients. But sometimes people don't have a choice. They have no representation. They have no lawyer. They can't afford. They cannot find one. And if you go and help them, then it will make a difference. Okay. Because you get to practice, you get to figure out, you get to learn the system, you get to create a track record. The most important thing, most important asset for you as a lawyer. The people who talk about why it takes 10 years, 20 years to build your practice, They are saying it will take you 10 years, 20 years to build a track record. And I am telling you, it does not have to be 10 years, 20 years. You can build a track record in a shorter time. It is in your interest that you are able to build a track record in a shorter time. You have to figure out how can you build that track record in a shorter time. Okay. Where, and this is one, there's skills, and then there is track record, and then there is a third thing. Where do potential clients and recruiters find you? Okay, many of you are behaving as if, you know, this whole concept is there that if you're a lawyer, you have a chamber where you sit, and if you sit in your chamber, then people will come to you like they come to a shop, like a, you know, like in a grocery shop, they walk in the nearby grocery shop, they will come to your chamber and they'll ask for your services and you'll provide services. I don't know when this used to work, but this doesn't work in 2020, and it won't work in 2021 or 2022 or in the 20 years after that. Okay, so potential clients and recruiters have to find you, because you cannot find them, you cannot solicit, but they have to find you. So you have to do something so that they can find you. Okay, they have to find you, but what can you do that they find you in front of them? Right? You have the skills, you have a track record to showcase, but where will your potential clients find you? And you have to reach out. You have to reach out. You cannot solicit business, you cannot solicit legal work, but you can always reach out. Nobody can stop you from reaching out. And for example, teaching people the law, right? See, I am in the legal education business. I am allowed to solicit. But do I call you guys and call and say, hey, Pranab, will you enroll in my course? Hey, Shiv, will you enroll in my course? No. I am teaching you my best knowledge. I am sharing it with you freely. And many of you are asking, somebody just asked in the chat, advanced contract drafting course at LawSikho is closed now. How can I join that? He's asking, you are yourself asking, how can I enroll in a course? Right? So I am reaching out to you. This is my outreach. Every day I am doing webinars, I am doing workshops, and I know that if I can add value to you, if you find benefit in what I am doing, you'll realize that, okay, I want to do more. I want to benefit more from what LawSikho does, and you will come to us. You'll come and inquire. This is the same thing what lawyers must do, right? If you must be seeing there are so many famous lawyers who are writing articles on newspaper. They are appearing on TV debate. So they are in front of people. It helps to build their brand. It helps to people to recognize their expertise, to reach out. It's not that you have to be on TV or write on the Hindu and the Indian Express and then only you will be in front of people. Okay? There are multiple ways to do so. You can be in front of people by, I'm just giving you an example, okay? There are so many millennials who don't understand tax, and maybe you can be their tax guide and you can help them with their tax work, right? All you have to do is create a really amazing tax page on Instagram. I don't know, whichever platform people are using, the millennials are using, or Generation Z is using, right? You can make, I mean, one of my friends, she has made a YouTube channel and she talks about our constitution. It's called Know Our Constitution on her Instagram for several months. She's doing, it's fantastic. It's growing like anything. People are watching. You guys, many of you might know Amish Agarwal. He is talking about all these legal issues on YouTube. Thousands and thousands of people are watching. I bet, and I know that some of them will be reaching out to him for advice, for legal work, right? Is he soliciting? No, he's not telling anyone, come give me business, come work with me. People will reach out because they benefit from his insight, from his advice, right? How can you do it? Every one of you who is not doing this is losing out on opportunity. Why are you not learning? Why are you not sharing your insights? Why are you not helping people using social media? First of all, you have to know enough. If the answer is I don't know anything, then it doesn't help. But you must be knowing something. If you don't know something, you can learn in the next 2 months, 3 months. Why are you not sharing your insights? If nothing else, you can read your textbooks. Maybe you are a law student, you don't know anything. Read your textbooks. Even that knowledge which is there in the textbook is not available for a lot of people. Can you teach them that? Maybe you read about nuisance. Can you make a video on what is nuisance? And what are the real life examples of nuisance? If a nuisance is happening, what can be done by a person? What are the solutions? What are the legal solutions? Right? It can be amazing. Okay. So, you have to be in front of them. You can use social media. You can educate people. If you want to work on, for example, a simple idea. Okay. What if you do legal education camps with the local, panchayats? I don't know if you're in a village area, or maybe if you're in a city in like Delhi or Mumbai, there are residents welfare associations, RWAs. Can you contact with the RWAs to do free webinars for them and educate them on legal rights, maybe on divorce laws, maybe on marriage laws, maybe on anything, I don't know. Maybe on property laws, maybe on tenancy related laws, right? And then people will actually come because it's free. And then if they benefit from your knowledge, they like you, they might tomorrow reach out to you, and it can scale, right? So there are so many ways you can reach out. You can write in local newspapers, in local languages. Okay. One of my students writes articles related to, he knows that his potential clients are certain kind of land agents, and they have certain cases, promoters who speak Kannada. So he's writing in local Kannada publications. He's paying somebody to translate his articles in local Kannada and then publishing. Okay. And there is no invitation to do business. There is no solicitation. Simply sharing knowledge. And there may be an email ID or something like that at the end, or a phone number, and people call after reading it, right? But no solicitations, right? So there are many ways of reaching out and being in front of your potential clients. And when they will not find you, and they are not going to find you, they are going to find whatever is in front of them. You need to be in front of them, right? And they'll reach out after that. You don't have to solicit. Why you have to make that effort until you actually become a brand? And by the way, if you keep doing this, then soon enough you'll be famous. Okay, there will be a lot of people who will know you. Okay, and then people will think, oh, you have this kind of matter, go to Shiv, go to Farhan. People will just say, right? So he's a brand, like for these kind of matters, go to him. And you become a brand. Then you don't have to do anything. But until you become a brand, you have to make that effort so that you can become a brand someday. Right? What can get you out of the cycle of low-paying jobs? Going back to the question, number one, skills. Do you understand why skills are important? Can somebody tell me, if you want to get out of that cycle of underpay, one after another underpaid jobs, people who have been caught in that know very well, feels terrible, right? Why are skills important? Can you tell me, anybody who understand, whatever you understood from this session, why are skills important? Anybody? Everybody's quiet. Come on, quickly tell me. Why are skills important? Can you actually set us apart from others to create value? This, I love this. 𝗂𝗵𝗁 is saying the most beautiful answer, so that we can create value. We cannot create value if you don't have skills. Sure, distinguishing and all of that is great. We have to distinguish ourselves from others. We should have skills that others don't have. All of that's great. But why? So that we can create value. So that we can do something that somebody benefits from. Correct? Skills is what you gain trust from. Yes, Kanika, but not only skills. It's not about, oh, look at me, I have so many skills. Okay, I have so many laurels, I have so many certificates. No, it is about I can generate value. So if you have any faith or trust in 𝗆𝗏𝗃 today, it is because maybe you have attended my sessions or other sessions, or you have done a course and you benefited from it. If you don't get benefit, you'll have no trust, and only that much trust as much as you have benefited, right? So it is about generating value for you. If you get value, we know you will succeed. Similarly, you have to know that if you can generate value for your client, for your employer. This I did not know, unfortunately, when I joined my first job at 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏. I was stupid. I did not understand. I was not thinking straight that my job is to create value for the organization where I am in the way they want, not in the way I think I should generate value, in the way they want, right? What value do they want? Can I give it to them? That is what matters. If you can create that value, it's everything is golden. Okay. As it is the way we show why and how we can be effective. Sure. Right. So skills are necessary to survive, but it is also necessary to generate value, because we have to, if we have to create value, right, we need skills. And if we don't create value, we will not get value ourselves. I have a simple formula, guys. Okay. If I want X money from you, then I should give you 10x value and then ask for X. You will give it to me happily. And not only you will give me X, you will go and talk about it to 100 other people. That, whoa, this is a great place. Put in X, they give you 10x value. This is how to succeed. This is my principle that I try to spread in 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 also, that how, if they are paying X, how can we generate 10x for them? That is how we are structuring every course, every interaction. How can we generate 10x value for somebody, right? So they can even measure it and see that, okay, we got 10x. How can we do that? Because if we can do that, we will succeed. And I invite you to think like this, that if somebody is paying you X of salary or X rupees fee, are you generating 10x for them? Because if you do that, nobody can stop your success. Within a few years, you will be huge. Within a few years, you will see tremendous growth, right? Today, when we look at 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏, we realize we are quadruple. We are growing 3 times in a year, 4 times in a year. Okay, 4 times, like whatever number, if you're at X, we are now 3x, 4x. How is this happening? Normally, businesses don't grow so fast. But is it because of this principle that we have to give 10x value? Okay, so if you focus on giving 10x value, that is the shortcut to success. How can you give 10x value to people? Track record is also necessary, right? So track record is super important. Only skill is not enough. You have track record. You are a proven entity. And it takes time to build that proven entity, right? How to build systematic outreach that leverages your skills and track record, right? And you have to have a systematic outreach. Even if you're looking for jobs, you need to have a systematic outreach, okay? So this is what we advise to people who are not able to find jobs, not getting paid enough. Very simple thing, right? Who are the people, like I said today, who are the people who are earning enough? Where are they working? Who are the employers? Identify, make a list of 30 such people who can be your potential employer. Where you'd love to work, 30 people, make a list, okay? Then add them on your LinkedIn, send them customized, beautiful messages, very humble, very nice, so that they'll feel like accepting it, right? Mark Lane is saying degrees plus skills plus track record. No, degrees is out of the equation. Even if you don't have degrees, you can still succeed, okay? Skills plus track record plus systematic outreach. Mark, skills plus track record plus systematic outreach. This is the formula. How to build systematic outreach that leverages your skill and track record. One idea I'm giving you, there are many ways to do it. You can build a blog, you can build a newsletter, you can do webinars, you can join somewhere where you'll be able to build a network, maybe an organization. There are many ways to do it. But simple way, go to LinkedIn, identify, make a list of those 30 people who are your potential employers, add those 30 people, and then start thinking, how can I add value to this person? And then start trying to add value to them. You can add value by even responding on their posts or comments, or you can even share articles with them that they might find relevant. You can write your own article and share with them. You can do many things, honestly, right? You have to think of ways to add value to them, including you can offer to them, like we were talking about yesterday, that okay, I am willing to help you for free for setting up your blog. I can do any legal research for you if you're writing any articles. I don't expect any compensation. I can help you with your business development efforts. I can do these 1, 2, 3, 4 things for you. Will you be interested? And see, you have to be willing to hear a no, right? If you reach out to 10 people, I see this happening to too many people. I give this advice. They try with one person, the one person does not reply or doesn't says a no or whatever. They're like, oh my God, that person said no, I got rejected. And then they stop trying it altogether. Okay. But you have to be willing to hear many no's. If you reach out to 10 people, maybe one person will say yes. Maybe you reach out to 10%, 10 said no. Then you reach out to 20 people. Maybe out of 21 will say yes, right? And 19 will say no. Okay, I have a simple equation. I am ready to hear 99 no's to hear that one yes that matters. So I'm ready to approach 100 people, hear 99 no and get that one yes. That is my mindset. What is your mindset? Do you get crushed by one rejection, or are you ready to go to 100 people and wait till you and keep refining your pitch, keep doing better with every failure, learn from every failure, improve, and then finally get it right? Okay, are you like that? Because if you're like that, it's very important quality for success. Case studies to understand what this looks like in real life. So I'm going to share with you, I had promised with you that in the beginning that I'm going to share 2 case studies. Okay, so one person is 𝗂𝗲𝗰𝗲𝗿 Ramesh. We took a permission before sharing this. Took our contract drafting course in 4th year, was in CMR Law School, Bangalore. Okay, 6 months back, got a job at 𝗵𝗻𝗰𝗲𝗿𝗀, in-house counsel job as a fresher in the insurance sector. Earns approx 5 lakh per annum, right? Over the duration of the course, progressive, I missed some, what happened? Back in the 4th year, she said that she struggled with research and drafting skills. Okay. So this is what she could understand, that, oh, I don't have research and drafting skills. This is the problem. Said that classes on starting how to draft in the class itself were really helpful, and found our webinars on handling interviews very beneficial. She started performing the exercises and writing articles with support from our team, because we teach everyone that how to get in front of people, write articles. It's also a way to create track record. If you write article, publish, people can check the quality of their article and get a sense of how you are. Okay, it has to be good. If it is bad, it will backfire, but it has to be good. So exercises and writing articles with support from our team. What happened? Over the duration of the course, progressive improvements in her CV by inclusion of exercises and her articles helped her in getting internships with Shardul Amachan, Biocon Industries, Mandal, who's Mandal? Fox and Mandal, I'm not sure who's Mandal, and Mandal, seems like a typo, ALMT Legal. So since she did our course, she did all these internships, right? She performed better in internships because of superior research skills. In aggregate, she drafted 40 different contracts and wrote 10 articles, of which 5, 6 were published on IPR's blog. She applied on her own without assistance from our placement office. We have a placement office which helps you, but she did it on her own. Got shortlisted for the interview at 𝗵𝗻𝗰𝗲𝗃. In the interview, she was asked about the contracts which she drafted in the course, specific questions on franchisee agreements, LLP agreements, initiations of arbitration proceedings. She was also asked questions about her articles as they were contract drafting specific and relevant for the recruiter's business. Okay, this is one person. Okay, so I hope it gives you some idea as to what matters. Hemal Shah, KES Law College. We have students from NLU also, but I'm not giving you those examples, so that you don't start saying that, oh, it's because of NLU, right? Hemal Shah, KES Law College graduate 2017, completed LLM in corporate law in 2019 from NMIMS Law. She got a job where she earns approx INR 6 lakhs per annum at GEP, a software licensing company. Okay. was a litigator and was earning under 2 lakh per annum. Shifted to an e-commerce company where she was earning 6 lakhs per annum, but asked to leave as a part of downsizing effort. So how did we help her, right? She was without a job for more than 3 to 4 months. At one point, she was regretting having taken law. And I remember speaking to her one night when she called me and she was trying to decide what to do. She enrolled in our contract drafting course and pursued the coursework. She drafted 30 contracts in our course and wrote 16 articles. So by the way, she doesn't need to write 16. She needs to write only 10, but she went out of the way and wrote 16. She used to regularly post on LinkedIn. It helped her tap into her network and gradually started some freelancing work to continue surviving, right? This is great. This is exactly, people think this is bad, but this freelancing work is massive exposure. You start learning about commercial aspects of business. You start learning how to handle work independently. It's fantastic. After pursuing it for a few months, she was recommended to pursue an assessment internship by our placement team at a software company. The HR saw her CV, which featured her articles published on her blog, and the exercises performed in our course, and instead arranged for a job interview. It wasn't supposed to be an assessment internship, but directly they took job interview. In her third round interview, she was asked questions about different problem-based scenarios on how she can mitigate contractual risk, and she had to review the contracts. Okay. These lasted 95 minutes. She says there was very little discussed about her past, but technical questions were asked in great detail. This is what I love. This is the sign that an interview is going right. One was with the head of legal and one with her manager. Most independent graduates would flinch at some complexity. If you are from just a law graduate with, or even worked for 1 or 2 years with a senior, you don't understand this complexity, and somebody starts asking you a question, you start going blank, or you react negatively. I'll just give you an example. Somebody called me saying that, sir, please help me what to do. So I said, okay, you know about arbitration law? Yes. Okay, very good, very good. So do you know how to send a section 9 notice in the arbitration act? Yes, I know this. Very good, very good. Okay, so do you know how to challenge the award of an arbitrator? Under what section will it be? What will be the drafting? I know, gave the right answer. Okay, do you know about, do you know what is anti-suit injunction? No, I don't know. Do you know how to challenge, on what grounds we can challenge a foreign arbitration award in India? And she became rude to me because she could not answer the question. Suddenly she became rude to me. She's like, I don't know, like this one thing that any random question, but I am good at arbitration. I'm like, sorry, this is the basic question, fundamental question. You want an arbitration job, you'll have to know this. If you don't know this, it's a big problem. Now you're being rude to me because you can't handle the complexity. This doesn't work. You need to be able to handle that complexity, and that is what will get you the work. That's what sets you apart. She cracked the interview and was made a job offer at INR 6 lakhs per annum salary. She also confidently highlights problems and shares insights with her managers, and they appreciate her enthusiasm, right? And this, just look at this. This is what she sent us when she actually got the job, right? I got the job, right? Amazing message. She also shared her story on how to build a contract drafting practice from scratch. The video is on YouTube. I'll share it with you guys here. Right, here is the link. Oh no, sorry. Right, here you go. You can see it if you like. Sharing it on YouTube as well. Okay. Utsa Patnaik. Oh my God, we have more case studies. I don't want to run you through. We'll go fast through this. Ventured into the corporate sector after a long career break of almost 8 years after completing our course in media and entertainment law from 𝗨𝗨. She's a 2004 law graduate from Symbiosis Law College. Worked with Quizlex Legal Services, earning 5.6 lakh per annum in 2009. LPO job, right? From 2009 and 2018, she had to leave a corporate job due to personal reasons. She worked as a legal editor freelancer, earning 10 to 20,000 per month. There was a huge gap in her career and she wanted to get back to a stable job. In 2019, she joined a media company, Odisha Television Limited, as a legal manager, back to a 5 lakh per annum job. She learned about the licensing work in the media and entertainment industry that is performed by in-house counsels at production houses and published a few articles. She says that the course was phenomenal and really helped her bridge the gap between theory and practical skills in the media and entertainment sector. Okay, so these are just some case studies, guys. Any comments? What do you think after going through this? What are your thoughts? I'm not telling you to just go and it's not the takeaway that I want to go. You should go and do a 𝗨𝗃o course. The question is, are you able to understand what it takes to get a job? What it takes to get from a low paid job to move to a high paid job? What does it take? What is the difference, right? Skills. Then you need track record. Okay. Writing articles is a track record. Working with startups is a track record. Working with freelancing clients is a track record. Then you need systematic outreach. It has to also be in front of the recruiter, otherwise you will not get noticed. You may have the skills and still may not get the job. So what follow-up actions you can take? Rutuja Dhotre, lots of hard work and skills, consistency and patience. Sure, you need those things, no doubt. What follow-up actions you can take? I don't want to tell you anything more today. I just want you to leave with this thought that if you want a well-paid job, what does it take in the industry? How can you actually build that up in your career? How can you build those skills? How can you build that track record? How can you develop a systematic outreach to potential recruiters? How can you build that network? How to do it? And by the way, if you want to see more such success stories from 𝗨𝗃o, you can go to 𝗨𝗃o YouTube channel, and we have uploaded more than 300 success stories, guys. More than 300. Okay, it's not like there's 2, 3. I can only say so many in a session, but there are more than 300 like that. And 300 we have recorded. There are more success stories of people having done amazing stuff. We have thousands of students. Okay. So there are thousands of people who have done amazing stuff, but we cannot go and like record everyone. We just don't have the bandwidth to record so many people, right? So, okay, what are the actions you're going to take now, right? I have given you enough food for thought. I have left you with so many ideas. I'm sure you are thinking of certain ideas. Some things are coming to your mind. I invite you to quickly share what is going through your mind right now and what actions you are going to take after this. And one important thing, there is a workshop I am doing on, very important. I'm doing a workshop that I want you to attend. Right, I'm doing a workshop on 16th. It is on what is there inside 1 crore per year practice. If there is a small law firm with 1 crore per year practice, what does it look like? What goes on in such a practice? Right? How many of you are still not part of my group, corporate law community? How many of you are not part of it? Write no if you're not part of it yet. Just write no. Okay. Please join this WhatsApp chat group so that here we will be sharing a lot of information. We'll be sharing a lot of job opportunities, internship opportunities, updates. Okay, Hari Shankar, I'm sharing. Why are you not in our corporate law community? 1 second. 𝗨𝗃o corporate law community. Where is it? Please join this. Okay. And on 16th, I will have a 3-hour workshop where I will train you. Okay. So Farhan, Mark, just join that WhatsApp chat group. Okay. Make sure you are there. We are going to share many opportunities there. Okay. Now, if you are not there, make sure you join it. Don't miss it. But on 16th, I am going to do a webinar. Let me see if that thing is ready yet. I have asked him if the workshop registration page is up. Then I can share that. 𝗂𝗍𝗃 has raised his hand. Do you want to say something, Mohit? You can say. You're most welcome. Write in the chat, and if needed, I'll give you permission to speak on the mic as well. But for now, do this. From which date advanced contract drafting course started at 𝗆𝗍iko? You know, Shiv, the course will start later. But what I advise you is that reach out to Harsh Jain, reach out to our chat and say that I want to talk to Harsh Jain, talk to Harsh, and he might be able to help you to enroll right now, because I am a big believer in starting right away. So let's find out if there is a way we can, without waiting the new course to start, we can enroll you even before that. We'll figure out. Just get in a chat with Harsh. Go to 𝗆𝗍𝒀.com. On the chat, say that I want to talk to Harsh Jain. Please help me. Right? How to get a job in a tier 1 law firm? Awesome question. Okay, I have something for that. There is a book I have written, which is free ebook you can download. Let me share that with all of you. Download this ebook and start reading. Of course, there is a lot of information in this book. Oh, it's all panelist. What is going on? You got the link, right? So you guys are able to download the book. Let me share on YouTube as well. Yeah, how to get internship, how to get job in a law firm. Please read this blueprint for getting a job in a top law firm in India, and it covers internships also. Go and read this. Okay, super. Okay, so 16th there is a workshop. Who all are going to come there? We are going to talk about what is the what is there inside a 1 crore per year law practice. It's a small law practice, maybe 3-4 lawyers law practice. But in such a law practice, you can get a job and you can add a lot of value as a young lawyer. So I especially encourage you to start especially if you're not getting a job, you can start with such an organization. But if you can understand what a 1 crore per year practice looks like, then you'll also understand where you can add value into that system, which is very, very, very important, right? So who all are going to be there for that workshop? 3 hours. Who's ready to give 3 hours to learn that? Awesome. One more opportunity I have for all of you is that tomorrow I am going to talk about what does it take to earn at least 2 lakh per month as a lawyer, as an independent lawyer, not even job, independently, how to earn 2 lakh per month. Okay, as a lawyer, what does it take? What challenges will you face while building such an opportunity? How many of you want to be there? Yes, no, just tell me. I have shared the link already. How many of you want to be there for that? You'll be there. So I've shared the link. Register right away. Okay, so that you are there. Okay, I have something else to share with you. What are the skills that can help me to get a job as a corporate lawyer in 2021? Are you looking to get a job as a corporate lawyer in 2021? Then please register here. Okay. So who are going to come for this workshop? This corporate lawyer related workshop. And I'm going to share one more with you. My colleague Komal is going to have a workshop on how Indian corporate lawyers can work abroad. How many of you want to attend that? Just say yes if you want to attend that. The link is shared. How to work abroad. Okay, so amazing workshops coming up, right? Amazing webinars coming up. Attend all of this. Give me your next, 10-15 days. This is another one. How can I get a legal job with an MNC in India? Register, right? Fantastic stuff. Okay. It's gonna make a difference, big difference. Okay, super. So there are a lot of good stuff coming up. And I'm sure a lot of you are going to love this. So, okay, how many of you are connected with me on Twitter? How many of you are connected with me on Twitter? Are you connected with me on Twitter? Yes, no, maybe. Just right, yes. Okay, awesome. So, what are the benefits of connecting with me on Twitter according to you guys who have already connected? Is there any benefit of being connected with me on Twitter? What do you guys think? Source of inspiration. Ria, the link of the 3-hour session I could not share. Please join the WhatsApp group. I haven't received it myself yet. Maybe they have not made the page yet, but we'll share it soon. Okay. Okay. So please follow me on Twitter. Get in touch with me on Twitter. If you want me to follow you, just tweet at me and I'll do it. Be in touch with me on Twitter. That will be awesome. I share a lot of great insights on Twitter every day as best I can. And I would love to be in touch with all of you on Twitter. And remember, Twitter is the best platform today. Apart from LinkedIn, Twitter is the best platform. You want to build a good profile on Twitter. You want to build a good following on Twitter. It will make a big difference. All your clients are on Twitter. All your best clients are on Twitter. Join Twitter. Okay. All right. So if you haven't joined Twitter right now, join. And here is the link. Follow me. Follow me. And if you want me to follow you, you can just send me a reminder. You can tweet at me, and I'll follow you back. And what else? Yeah. So see you on Twitter and see you tomorrow. I'm really excited about tomorrow, whenever I've already created the content, I've built the slides, and I'm really, really excited. So this is going to be great. Let us learn as much as we can in December so that we can start our January in a new note very powerfully. So how many of you want to start your January with a big note and an amazing, energy and fantastic insights and with a lot of action? You want to, right? So give me more time in December. Attend the free webinars, workshops. There will be a lot, and you'd love it. Okay. So how anybody did you like today's session? What did you get out of today's session? Any benefits? Please share in your please share in your chat, in the chat. Okay. What are your takeaways from today's session? Out of 0 to 10, 0 being pathetic, 10 being the best possible, how would you rate today's session? Please tell me. Akash is saying 10. Pranav Setting saying wonderful session. How to avoid getting underpaid, and case studies were really good. Awesome. Thank you. 10 on 10. Awesome. All right. Thank you, Rishabh. All right. So do share your, I would thank you, 10 on 10. That's amazing. Everybody's giving me 10 on 10. Awesome. Please do write your feedback on LinkedIn and Twitter as well, and tag me, tag 𝗨𝗁𝗂. That's all I ask. It will help us to spread the news about what we are doing. Would really love that. Thank you very much. Take care, everyone. Thank you for being here with me today. See you tomorrow again. Bye bye.